in conservatorship, and does request that the child remain with Rose.
Okay. Okay, good. Have y'all ever gone to court anywhere before regarding Antonio? Child support, divorce, custody, anything?
He was saying that the only court hearings they've ever had is when there was CPS intervention before, where he was placement of their son.
Okay. How did that case end, Ms. Boshears?
How did that case end, Robert?
They gave me the her custody, put her against the protective order, and then I had to end up doing a 2-year protective order against her because she kept coming over and had problems with alcohol and started trouble. But I mean, there was several occasions where CPS had gotten involved and had to end up like I said, at 4 months she was caught with on top of them.
How did it?
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's answer that question real quick. He said that he ended up with possession of the child and there was a 2-year protective order placed against mom.
Okay, so is there a custody determination made in another county?
Paperwork I got where it showed that I was supposed to have that she wasn't supposed to be around for 2 years.
That she's saying that it's out of Bell County. They lived in Temple for a while and the child lived with him before mom left to Houston. And so there's some type of order from Bell County, but he doesn't know where that paperwork is.
Okay.
Judge, sorry to interrupt, but if I'm not mistaken, maternal grandmother, I think, has that child. He's like 17 now, I think.
That didn't deal with Antonio?
Well, matter of fact, the CPS caseworker was a Naomi Benavides.
Naomi Benavides. He's saying that it is as to Antonio, and that it all started with the CPS case with Naomi Benavides and ended in Bell County with him having the child, and there was a protective order.
Okay, then how?
From the very first moments, protective orders in CPS history set a tense foundation.
How does mom have the child if he has the custody papers?
He said that, and if I can just speak freely, Judge, he said that mom left 3 years ago to Temple with a lady from a church and left with the child from their residence in Temple. And she came back 6 months ago to Copperas Cove asking for money to be able to see Antonio. And then he heard about the case now from Vicky Israel.
Okay. That's a little confusing, but I'm sure we'll figure it all out when we have a little bit more time. Okay. It has anybody been ordered to pay child support? Miss San Miguel, do you know? Miss Mahoney, has anybody been ordered to pay child support?
Miss Mahoney, you're on mute. We can't hear you. I can see you're speaking, but we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So on the time that there was a protective order, Robert also, he broke that. He invited me over several times.
Okay.
Multiple times.
I'm not listening to anybody talk about a protective order. Has anybody been ordered to pay child support?
Say that again.
Has anybody been ordered to pay child support for Antonio?
Robert is supposed to be giving me child support. We went to court about that. He's supposed to be paying me, and I have not seen nothing.
Okay, and where did y'all go to court about that?
And Temple.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay.
And Miss Mahoney, we can talk about the rest after court. I'll get the other details from you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. you need anything else? No. Ms. Miguel, do you need anything else? No. Mr. Shear, anything else? No. Okay. Miss Israel, what about CASA?
We don't need anything. I think Dory had already hit on that the caregiver does need daycare.
Okay.
But I talked to the caregiver this morning. He's
Can
doing
I just
fine.
stop for, there's a bad echo. Can we get Miss Mahoney mute and Miss Ruiz?
Okay, go
Thank
on.
you.
Ms.
Thank you.
Israel. CPS provide childcare. What else?
Yeah, just childcare, and then they were. She was also wanting to see about getting him some speech therapy. She says she feels like that his speech is a little delayed, but other than that,
The custody timeline doesn't add up and confusion builds. Conflicting accounts leave the judge and viewers questioning the truth.
I think we're good.
And just psychological, emotional support therapy.
Oh, therapy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Thank you. Miss Mystic, you sent me some cute pictures and a cute video with the drone. He's a cute very cute little man. Yeah.
He's in a great home. He's doing well. And I'll just, whatever Miss Israel asked, Miss Ruiz just wanted all the therapies ordered and daycare. And then she had mentioned, which I find very comforting because she's the paternal aunt, Whitney getting help and going to rehab. And I think that'll be part of the services later. But, and she's nodding. So I think she agrees.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, she's told me, excuse me,
on.
Whitney told me that she was having a hard time finding a rehab that could take her. And I believe she said 42 weeks wait list or longer. So that's why I was asking.
Yeah, CPS, she'll have to have a thing called an OSAR evaluation and they'll help her with all that. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm going to name the department by agreement. Temporary managing conservator of cute little Antonio. Keep his placement with the great paternal great aunt. Visits for the parents are as agreed by CPS and the ad litem's. Parents, y'all have court-appointed attorney applications, or I don't know if your attorneys have sent them to you or not, but you need to fill those out and get that information back to me. Your lawyer will send it to me within a week. That's the only way I know you're entitled to a court-appointed attorney. If I don't have that information, I don't know you are entitled to an attorney, and your attorney will be released until I have that information. So work with your lawyer on that one. Does everybody, lawyers and CASA, do y'all agree that the hearings can be held via Zoom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
If there is a prior child support case in Bell County or anywhere else, I'm going to order that case transferred and consolidated herein. Parents, y'all are to provide personal effects for Antonio as requested by the placement, CPS, or the ad litem's. That means if he needs lunch money or school picture money or school supplies, if they're gonna ask y'all to provide that, and y'all need to provide that. Effective 8/1/25, if any current child support is paid, then that is to be sent to the placement. Arrears, delinquency, that would go to Miss Mahoney, but current child support would go to Miss Rose. CPS is ordered to provide child care and to have Antonio evaluated by a speech therapist by 9/3/25, and he's.
This is a turning point. The judge lays down strict orders, warns of losing parental rights, and makes it clear compliance is not optional.
He's also to be enrolled in therapy by CPS within the next 2 weeks. Our next hearing is called a status hearing, and between now and then, the department will meet with y'all at a meeting called a family group conference. And at the family group conference, that's where services will be developed, like rehab, like therapy, like speech therapy, all these things we've talked about today. And those are things that the parents have to comply with. And I tell everybody at every hearing, you have to comply with your service plan and your court orders, or your parental rights could be subject to termination. Okay, and all that stuff will be developed at the family group conference. And then we come back to court on 9/3/25 with all of your service plan, make it a court order, and I'm sure by then you had already started working on therapy and stuff like that. So keep up with your lawyers. Y'all are going to have a new caseworker. Who is that, Miss Ochoa?
Chandel Simmons.
Okay, Miss Simmons going to be your new caseworker. Miss Mystic, any hair strands or anything needed on anybody?
Let's do that, just in case.
On who?
Antonio. And I think, did we get on Mom? No, Mom admitted in the affidavit, Judge, but let's check Antonio.
Okay. Hair strand on Antonio set up by CPS within 1 week.
Thank you.
Anybody need anything else? Miss Boshears?
Judge, as far as the child support's concerned, whatever Robert was supposed to pay, who do you want that? Like, do you want him to send that to Dory's office and she routes it, or he gives it straight to Aunt Rose?
It's probably going through if he pays any, and going through the AG's office.
Judge,
Well,
real quick, I just
no,
looked at the Bell County civil case search, and the AG case that is on file was non-suited.
Okay, yeah, because Robert just said he was never ordered to pay child support.
Okay. Well, Miss San Miguel, if your client thinks he was ordered to pay child support, make sure she gets a copy of that order and provide it to everybody. Okay, well, let's, so don't worry about that right now, Ms. Boshears. We're just gonna provide personal effects for right now. Okay, anybody understand everything or have any questions? Ms. Boshears?
Just the last thing, does he send those to CPS or CASA to give to Aunt Rose, or does he give those to Rose at the next visit?
What was the first part of that?
As far as the personal effects and things for Antonio, does he give those to Rose if she's supervising, or does he need to bring those now to CPS?
However, Miss Simmons, he can work that out with Miss Simmons.
Okay.
Probably take him to the CPS office since everybody will kind of meet there for the visits at first. But talk to Miss Simmons about that. She's not on here today, but she'll be in touch with him pretty soon.
I just have one quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm planning on registering him for first grade. Should I go ahead and do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Department might have to help you with that since they're the temporary managing conservator, but they'll work with you on that, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And on the daycare order, Chuck, I don't mind doing that. And Miss Ruiz, if you have to get them into daycare and pay out of pocket, Judge always orders you get reimbursed. Okay.
Right. I was just mostly wondering if y'all have a quick way to get him accepted. I live in Austin.
We'll talk.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Chandel's great. She can work magic. And Jeanette.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, those are good questions. Anybody else? Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks everybody for coming. Ms. Boshears, tell Mr. Ruiz, teach Mr. Ruiz how to do Zoom. Okay. And I will see y'all on September 3rd. Court's always set at 9:30. Keep in touch with your lawyer and we'll get a better time because it's not going to be at 9:30. We'll get a better time like the week before. Okay. Bye. Y'all are excused. Carter case is next. Thank you.
The court wraps up with schooling, child support, and closing orders. Every issue is tied down as the judge adjourns the case with final clarity.